Hi guys, Dawn here from Padamo Crafts. I just thought I'd go through another little challenge that I'm taking part in, which is the 52 tags handmade, 52 tags handmade, I think it's called, where Hannah gives you a new prompt every week using texture, and you make your tag according to the prompt. We're up to week 16, so I thought I'd just go through each one with you so far. So the first one was white, which is the first time, well, one of the first times I've sort of used textures on a tag. It's got some lace, buttons, sari silk. Most of it's done on either white old sheeting or fat quarters that I got from Aldi's. Second week was trust or love, hearts. I don't like this one at all. I could not think of what to do, so I sort of followed what Hannah had done and did that. The third week was Scrappy Tag, so you had to just get lots of scraps and layer them, which I loved doing. This was great fun, and I got to use up quite a few of my little tiny scraps of fabric. There's some lace, sari silk, cottons, tartan. I did love that week. That was really good. This one was Hope for Spring, where I think it was feather stitch. We had to do feather stitch, I think, every 4 weeks. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Every 4 weeks she does a stitch. So the stitch has to be on there, but how you interpret it is up to you. So it was feather stitch. So I did a little bunch of flowers with some French knot buds, and just added a little fabric bow. Oh, this one was called Kisses, week 5, and it was, I put "Love makes the world go round" as my little quote, and just I only did one kiss, as in crossing fabric, and then added some crosses to the actual sewing, and a heart, which often represents love and such like. This one, week 5, no, hang on a minute, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, week 6 was called A Bevy of Buttons. So I just check that I'm in frame. Yeah, so I just got some more sheeting, chose lots and lots of little blue buttons to match with the lace, and followed the line, made a wavy line down there. Week 7 was hexagons. So she showed you how to make the little hexagons. I've always been told that you should do things in 3s or odd numbers, so I did 3 and then put a little button in the middle of each, and this is a little bit of chiffon on some ribbon, with some backstitch and chain stitch or lazy daisy stitch as the stems. So that was week 7. Week 8, hated this week, bullion, French knots and pistol stitch. Like every 4 weeks, as I said, she does the stitches. So I was all right with the French knots, all right with the pistol stitches, but did not like the bullion stitches, found them really difficult. So literally just did a little tiny thing incorporating all the 3 stitches. A little tulle bow with some ribbon and a button, and a couple of layers of fabric. Week 9 was bits and pieces. So you just had to do layers, but in strips this time, rather than the across layers that we did in the other one. This is again using up lots of little bits of scrap, laces, net. I've got some beautiful silk there, which was the last bit I had left, so I'm glad it went to use, had some use. Yeah, that's that one. Then week 10 was puffs and lace. So she taught you how to make a Suffolk puff, I think it's called. So I used some, this was the edging of a tablecloth, I believe. Beautiful, similar to broderie anglaise. So I made the puff, put a button in the middle, a little bit of feathering, feather stitch, some little satin butterflies, and some more lace at the bottom. I quite like that week. Week 11 was rings, and I did family circle. So she showed you how to cover the rings, which I used just some plastic washer rings that my husband got for me from oh, I can't remember what it's called, a local shop anyway, Proper Job, which is like a cheap hardware store locally. So I did a few more of the feathering stitches, some French knots, and then just did the 3 again, rings covered in different types of blue. And this is a bit of vintage lace that I've backed them onto, backed them onto. Week 12 was blanket stitch. Didn't like this week very much. Not very good at blanket stitch. Couldn't think of what to do. So just blanket stitched all the way around the edge, wrote the word love in back stitch, and then did a couple of lazy daisies. Week 13 was layers in gold. Didn't like this week very much either because I haven't got a lot of gold, so I think it's more yellowy and mustardy colour. This is some special gold wire French. Oh, I can't remember what it's called, but it's used in a lot of gold work, and I've just couched it down to make a sort of frame, and then some more layers, blanket stitch, a daisy, half a daisy. That's about it with that one. Week 14 was a treasure and a pocket. So she asked you to make a tag with a pocket on it, and then to keep something that was a treasure. Whoops, I think it's stuck in there. Oh gosh, yeah. That's because I didn't wait for the glue to dry before I put it in there. Oh, well, anyway. So what I basically did was used some yellows, a little bit of lace, a little bit of embroidery, and it was in a bingo hall that I met my husband of 25 years. So that's why it's a treasure. Bingo hall. Week 15 was a Tinyscape, and I could not for the life of me do this one. I haven't even taken any pictures of it. I think it's horrible. So you had to make a little landscape in miniature. So I tried doing the sun. That's supposed to be a cloud. The background's meant to be blue sky, and some hills and grass. But as I said, can't stand that one. And so far, this is the last one, which was seed stitch, because it's week 16, so it's a 4. And it was do some seed stitch around circles. So I cut out a couple of cardboard circles with my 2-inch circle punch and my 1-inch circle punch, and just pinned the actual cardboard circle to the fabric, and then seed stitched all the way around the circles in this beautiful Steffi. Oh, I'll put the link below. In her beautiful fine silk, and then did a little tiny bouquet in the middle of that one, just to give it a little tiny area of focus. So that's it so far. Up to week, I can't believe we're up to week 16 already. And then she said, oh, hang them on a tag, and then by the time that it's finished, or 52 weeks, it should make a whole circle. So there we go. I hope it wasn't too boring. Thanks for watching. Bye.